EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. It's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. And off we go here from Mile High. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And pick up 3 or maybe 4, Alex Singleton. They're on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6.
Set.
They'll motion a tight end right. First carry here for the former Tar Heel, Omarion Hampton. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Third down and 3. Pistol here for Herbert. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
To throw right away, it's Stidham. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A gain of 11. And it's first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal.
19, target, Warriors 70.
Ran a shotgun. It's Stidham. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Viking 18. Hurt, hurt. Get up.
Dobbins. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Short of the goal line.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
60 vices. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Third and 10. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. And back deep is Marvin Mims. Fielded at the 9. Oh, looked like he wasn't a seized for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to be brought down. What a here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Set. Black 80, black. What is it?
On play action, it's Herbert. First down throw there is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. 180.
McConkey in motion. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, LA. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Stidham. The catch made there by Sutton. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. A run with Dobbins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Now a 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Broncos.
Gain of 15 yards.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Here's Stidham on 1st and 10. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he will get into the end zone. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. But it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
Set. 380. 300.
McConkey in motion.
Set.
On first down, Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Broncos take over first.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Go check. Go check. No. 19. Charge.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Denver first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll bring up second down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Second and 10.
Panther street. Panther street. Stephanie.
Here's Dobbins. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Third and 9.
18 rep. 18 rep. Viking 18. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Panthers. Hut, hut.
A run on first and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 of the year. Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. Herbert now on first down. He's got his tight end, Arande Gadsden the second. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
McConkey in motion. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's to the rookie second round pick, Trey Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, LA.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Once again, he gets it. The Broncos have it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. McConkey in motion. Throwing again, Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On play action, now Herbert just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and goal. Now Herbert.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Lots of big people. Jumbo set in the game as they go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go. It's Harris. Good blocking, and he's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
14. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
2nd and inches.
Liking 18.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
And the Broncos first
Second
down.
and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Okay, ready?
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Set. Head the street. Head the street. Hut, hut.
They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
Bronco 80.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this.
Let's go now. Move it, Knight. Hut.
To throw, it's Stidham. They set up the screen for Dobbins. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Bronco 80. Tight. 19 tight. Steady.
Throwing is Stidham. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Ready, set.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Set go.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
We could go back and forth about the play call, Mike, but what we can't argue about is the result of the play. I think that run caught them a little bit off guard. I mean, I think it caught us off guard. But that surprise is what gave them just enough space to convert on that 4th down.
First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go.
Stidham to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
60 Maverick. Viking 18.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stidham. Ingram able to get open. Makes the catch. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Stidham. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Stidham to the air once more. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He's got it at about the 8, and they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
Brings up second and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Ready, set.
Third down and 9. Around a shotgun, it's Stidham. He connects with Mims. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Back deep is Darius Davis. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
Herbert now on 1st down. And I think one of the Chargers was, yes, he was able to get his hands on it, and they retained possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Herbert. On a throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Tyler Conklin. And 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
3rd and long. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down. Trying to work inside. And this drive is going backward. Taken down for a loss. The defense with a quick 3 and out. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 46. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stick with him again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stidham. That's taken in by Franklin. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Here we go. Set, ready.
On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Okay, break. Let's go now. Let's go.
A play fake now. Stidham. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9
yards.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
Here we go, set.
Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And the Broncos are going to be looking at first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
That's another
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
McLaughlin will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Run.
Conklin goes in motion. Herbert now on first down. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
From the 29, here's second and 2.
Set. Counter
Throwing, Herbert. Looking middle and complete with Allen.
Complete to number
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Herbert to the air again. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bonito. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Coach, Panther Street. Panther Street. Motion, motion, motion.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Stidham. That's caught. It's Jaleel McLaughlin. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Broncos will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Now a play fake. Herbert. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6.
Captain. 59.
Herbert to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
And the Chargers first down.
McConkey in motion. In trouble, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to drop him as he registers sack number 4 on the season.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On play action, now Herbert, and they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
You can hear some boo birds coming out with some angry fans here right behind us, Mike, and rightfully so. They went from 2nd and long, which is obviously not ideal, to now 3rd and nearly impossible. I mean, it's looked about as bad as you can imagine.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Herbert. Now a deep shot for Allen. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
First and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Take it to the house. Hold the ready.
This is McLaughlin. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down by Kyle Kennard. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
On the jump.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Check. Bobcat. Check. Ready. 60 Eagles. Ready.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Stidham. He finds Mims. It's complete. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a first down.
That's good.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
A run now with McLaughlin.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Set. 70 Lions. Hey, smash Bronco.
A run here. It's McLaughlin. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
2nd and inches.
Let's go.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Take go.
Now give up the middle. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the 1st down inside the 25.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Ready.
Right back to him on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Throwing is Stidham. There's a short one taken by Ingram. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Hawk 70.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Play action now. It's Herbert. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
It's 2nd down.
And he'll spike it here and stop it with 45 seconds to go. and a long way to go. McConkey in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. He's got a man. It's Harris. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. The pass is incomplete. McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Herbert to the air again. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Here we go. One final play. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Down to a knee, and that will do it. They wrap up the regular season with a victory. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. They get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs.